Welcome to Penguins TV. We lost to the Buffalo Sabres. We just lost to the Buffalo Sabres 4-2. I'm extremely cranky about this. I'm going to do my best to not think about the Pittsburgh Penguins the rest of the night tonight. But it was tough to watch. Okay? We won 3-2 yesterday. I thought, hey, we'll come back and win 5-1 today. No, we lost 4-2 to the Buffalo Sabres. We didn't begin to have any urgency in our game whatsoever until the 18-minute mark of the third period. The last 18 minutes, I guess that'd be the 2-minute mark. The last 18 minutes of the third period was the best hockey we played. Is it alarming? Absolutely. Is it catastrophic? No. Does it have anything to do with Jeff Carter being there? Maybe. The team's chemistry is changed when you bring in a guy like that. He's playing second-line minutes. He's playing fine. He's not the problem. But the team, I think, is affected by his tentativeness, and it has affected the chemistry. There will be lineup changes by next game for sure. Jeff Carter's not the problem. He's playing well. He had a direct assist off a face-off win on a Zucker goal tonight. Zucker had a terrible giveaway for the fourth goal, but by that time we were down 3-1, and it was too little too late. You know, they were down 3-1. Now, I guess you could say that if he wouldn't have turned it over, we did score a goal with 23 seconds left, which would have made it 3-2. But this one's just hard to talk about. I'm not even going to go over the stats today because I'm too grumpy. You should be grumpy too. We played bad. We had no urgency in our game, and that's why we lost. The Sabres played some of the best hockey I've seen them play this year, but we had no urgency in our game. The lineup was identical to the game before. I'll go through this quickly. You had Rust, Crosby, and Gensel. You had Zucker, Carter, and McCann on left wing. You had Evan Rodriguez, Teddy Bluger, who scored a goal with 23 seconds left. Too little, too late. 4-2 loss. And you had Zach Aston-Reese on the third line, who's really been quiet lately. The fourth line was Mark Jankowski, Colton Sevier, and Radim Zahorna. Zahorna was pretty good, but I could definitely see Lafferty drawing into the lineup next game, or Goudreau if he's healthy, and some combination of one or two guys coming out of the fourth line. That's what I expect. But we had no urgency in our game. DeSmith was not great. He gave up 3 goals on 29 shots. He was fine. He wasn't bad, but he had to be better for us to win this game. Here's a little bit of stats. I won't go through the player stats because I'm too grumpy. But here's the game stats. 36-29 were the shots on goal for us, so Tokarski was good again. Hits were 22-13 for the Sabres. Faceoffs were 33-28 for the Sabres. Power play, 1 for 4 for the Sabres. They got one on us yesterday too, so our penalty kill stopped 3 out of 4. That's fine. The Sabres have a very good power play. There's some really good offensive instinct on the Sabres power play. There's a couple players there that are making them a very good power play team in Buffalo. We were 0 for 2 on the power play. We had 4 penalties. They had 2. Block shots, 13-11 in our favor. Takeaways, 6-5 in our favor. And giveaways, 8-6 in our favor, meaning they had 8 and we had 6. So there will be changes next game. Carter's playing well. It's just the team around him. We lost 2-1 in Philly in a shootout in his first game. We won 3-2 in Buffalo in his second game. And we're losing 4-2 in Buffalo in his third game. Rough start, but we might as well get it out of the way now. Because Malkin's going to come back in a couple of weeks, and then we got to move everything around again, and then Friedman's going to come back, and he might play for Pettersson at times, and then Kapanen's going to come back, and that's going to change everything again. So it's going to be okay. Don't panic. Is this the worst loss of the year? Absolutely. Without question. But we got through all our defenseman injuries. We got through that segment. Now we're still getting through all our forward injuries, and they're minimizing. Still very important players out, though, like Tanev and Malkin and Kapanen. But now we're going through an adjustment phase where we're not playing as well in chemistry and a dip. It's not just since Carter got here. Remember, we lost 7-5 to the Bruins and we lost 8-4 to the Rangers back-to-back before we won 2 out of 3, and then this happened where we dropped 2 out of 3. So it's not just Carter, but maybe the Carter move has amplified the situation even further. Okay, so it's going to take time for the chemistry to get right, and we have guys coming back to the lineup. The best you can do to this, guys, is roll with it. We're a very good team. Does it mean we might not land on first place? Yeah, it means we might not land in first place. I'd rather have home ice advantage, but I really don't think it matters who we draw in the first round, Boston, the Islanders, or the Rangers. I think we can beat all three. I think all three would be a 6 or 7 game series. Would I rather be in first? Probably to get home ice, but do I necessarily want to play the Bruins in the first round? Not especially, but hardly any less so than the other two. So it is what it is. We will pull this together. We're just going through a bit of an adjustment here. Give it some time. Remember the St. Louis Blues a couple years ago? They're the worst team in the NHL, or tied for the worst, and then they went on a record-setting run and won the Stanley Cup. We're nowhere near that. So teams, different things happen to them during the different seasons, at parts in the season, and you have to adjust. Just because you go through a bad spell doesn't mean you can't adjust and you can't go on a run and still have a Stanley Cup possibility. It doesn't mean that. Is it concerning? Yes. But it's going to be okay. Comment down below. Show your friends, anyone you think would like it here. Subscriptions on YouTube mean a lot. We're trying to get to 1,000 so we can go live here on YouTube. And subscriptions on Twitch mean a lot too, because they help me pay for this little endeavor. And I like being here. I'm with you for every minute of every Penguins game on Twitch. I have this wrap-up show every time on YouTube. And I'm glad to have y'all. I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay safe, and I'll see you Tuesday. Talk soon.